Hello everyone and welcome to Stampin' Among the Gum Trees. My name is Kath and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Melbourne, Australia. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome, and if it's not, welcome back. It is one windy afternoon out there. Oh my goodness. I know we got a weather warning yesterday to be prepared, and it's really been until about an hour ago a glorious day, a bit cloudy, and we had a bit of rain, but no wind. And then all of a sudden, the roof started to shake, the side fences shaking, the dogs cowering on the bed. Oh my goodness, the wind. Hey, so I thought today, let me just get up. Hi, Evelyn. Hello, Barb. I thought today we'd do something just a little bit fun. And time, how many cards we can get made. If I've got housework to do and I don't want to do it, or I'm feeling a bit slack, I usually set a timer and go like crazy. How much can I get done in 15 minutes? Or, can I empty the dishwasher in under a minute? No, I can't, unless there's only a couple of things in it. But I like to, it's just a little challenge to myself to do things. And when I do that, I actually get quite a lot done. So I figured we could translate that over to our card making, especially this time of year when we have lots of cards to send, so therefore lots of cards to make. And I think making and sending cards is really important. It's something people have got out of the habit of doing, or out of wanting to do, perhaps, especially the last 10, 15 years or so. It's gradually, the number of Christmas cards being sent is gradually declining. And that's a real shame, because it's really nice to get a card in the mail and you come inside and you open up and it's so pretty, and you read the nice message inside and you sit it on your mantle or your dresser or your coffee table or the windowsill, or peg it to the Christmas tree or whatever. It's really nice to get those cards and know someone's thought enough of you to send you a card. And if it's a handmade card, then they've thought so much of you that they've put the time and the effort into making a card for you and sending it to you. So one of the things I really want to encourage everyone to do this Christmas is send cards. Make them and send them, just because it's a nice thing to do, and it's a creative outlet. Got to say, hi Maureen. It's a really it's a good excuse to sit down and craft. I've got to make the Christmas cards. I've got to write the Christmas cards. I've got to put them in envelopes and send them off, and we'll cover envelope making not next week, but the week after. I've got some ideas for envelopes for you. But why can't we send cards? It's just something we've got out of the habit of doing. And if every Australian sent 10 cards, post office would be jumping for joy, wouldn't they? They probably wouldn't be, but because they don't have the staff to cope with it, but it will keep them in business. It's an easy thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera down, if I can figure out where it is, and show you the card I've got for today. If we're going to do 10 in 20 minutes, it needs to be reasonably simple, but I still wanted it to be pretty. So this is what I've come up with, and it's just a basic card, but I'm using the new Merry Christmas stamp. Here it is, here. Whoops, throwing things away already. The new Merry Christmas stamp. It just says Merry Christmas. I love it. Absolutely love it. You don't need anything else. Absolutely do not need anything else. It's just gorgeous. And it will be available from the 3rd of November, 1, 2, 3, 4th of November, this will be available to buy. But how pretty is that? You don't need a lot when you've got something as pretty as that. So I thought I'll do my little timing myself thing, my little race the clock to see how many cards I can get made and see if we can get 10 done in 20 minutes. It means I'm going to have to really, really go like crazy, but it'll be a fun way to get a lot of cards done because I have plans for these cards. I'm knocking off my Christmas list too. Every day I'm knocking a few cards off my Christmas list. So that's the card we're going to do. Let me pop that somewhere where it won't get lost. I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler ink, so I'll pop that there. I've got the stamp already mounted on the block. I thought about using the Stamparatus, but yeah, it's a bit fiddly when I want to do so many on such a small piece of cardstock. So here we go. Dimensionals at the ready. I'll keep those up there. They're the sentiments for inside. I'm not going to stamp from inside. I'm using them out of that ephemera pack. So I'm going to pop those in there. And these are all the elements we need for our card. So there's 10 card bases. Then we've got 10 mats for the outside. And then we've got 10 pieces of gold cardstock. Would you believe I was able to cut all of these out of offcuts of other sheets? How good is that? 10 pieces for stamping. And then these are the, nope, yes, these are the mats for the inside. Okay, so we'll do those. I'm going to break it down so that we can work in a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's gone. But we'll do one thing at a time and then bang it all together at the end. So what we're going to do is, as always, start with folding our card bases. Now it is 2:38, so that means 2:58. I need to be finished by 2:58. Keep an eye on the clock, folks, so that we can time it and see how we're going. Now, I know Joy and Maureen have been busy making Christmas cards for all different reasons. And I've had a few, I've already sent off a few to different organisations that I send them to. So that's good. Oops. Hannah and I have a market coming up next week, so we're both frantically making cards and junk journals and all sorts of things. Right, now I'm going to open them up. So I'm going to do the insides first. Open, open, open. So that right. Let's grab these. Don't need the dimensionals. Side, so let's turn that over. That's better. No, that's the right side for the glue. All right, now we're gluing this. Maybe we're gluing this. Oops, used it a minute ago. Goodness me. You're breaking up my time. You know what? Let's grab a tape runner. Taking up my time, taking up my time. I don't use tape runners very often, but I've got one here, so let's use it. I don't use them because I can't get them. I have trouble getting them to work. So I'm going to go. There's no wriggle room with seal either, so you sort of need to watch how you're putting things down to get it to work. It's two there. Break apart, break apart. There we go. I have found if you're using seal, the easiest way to use it is to keep it fairly vertical and to sort of twist as you lift it up so that it breaks off. There's two in there. So that it breaks off, because otherwise you end up with a gluey tacky mess. And we don't want a gluey tacky mess. We just want to I did think about how nice the Merry Christmas would be heat embossed, but we wouldn't get that done. We wouldn't get 10 and 20 done if we were heat embossing, because that just would take too long. Right. Dimensionals. This way. Okey-dokey. So I can see what I'm doing. It's white on white, it's quite hard. Someone else race themselves to do things? I used to, when the kids were little, I used to have races with them to see who could tidy their bedroom the fastest, or put their clothes away the fastest, or get ready for school the fastest in the morning. Little races with them by themselves. It was just a bit of fun. A little bit of motivation and encouragement. The other reason I don't use seal is because I go through too much of it. A big bottle of art glitter glue lasts me a long time. Seal doesn't last that long for me when I'm on a mission to make cards or layouts. The seal just doesn't last that long. Okay, and my down one card. Did I miss a card? I must have picked up 2 cards. Right, let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. That's not right. There were 10 card bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6. That's the extra one. They were hiding away. All right. Okay. Time to do some stamping. I'll get my red here. Stamped up. Bring it over. This is a big stamp, so again, I'm going to have to take the stamp pad to the thing, and just push it down. Sit. That wind. Maureen, I hope your husband does not get called out tonight. I'd say he will, though. This wind is fierce. That's a bit crooked. No, it's not. It was just my eyes. How about that? Hi, Brenton. How are you? I do have the homemade treats, Maureen. I do have the homemade treats. I'm working on some gingerbread. Easier if I take the ink to the stamp. Working on some gingerbread cards at the moment. Some fun ideas to use that, because I just love that gingerbread. Is anyone else not able to stamp upside down? Didn't get much ink on that one. If you're new to my channel, please say hello. We'd love to say hello back. And we like making new friends, new crafty friends. It's something we all enjoy. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp, so you'll notice I'm stamping on the silicone craft sheet because it has no photopolymer, has no give. Our red rubber stamps have that little sponge sort of between the rubber and the stamp block, and so they have a bit of give in them, but the photopolymer don't. So we just put it onto something. You can use your silicone craft sheet. You can use your piercing mat. Just something that's got just a little. It doesn't have to be spongy, like, you know, trampoline type spongy. Just something that's going to give it just a wee bit of give. There we go. I can't stamp upside down. I just can't. There we go. That's all the stamping done. Let's put that away before I get my fingers in it everywhere. All right, I'll move the stamp out of the way. Right. Okie dokie. Just making sure I'm doing things properly. A little bit of spare. There we go. It was fine a moment ago. It's not going to work, is it? Thought I might have been able to, but I could probably do this, couldn't I? And just go zoom around the edge. And I'm doing in a wee bit from the edge because it's going onto the gold foil and I don't want it to smush out and spread everywhere. Okay. And yes, I could have, there we go, I could have cut things out of the center of these pieces of gold foil, but I was running late. I was running late. So I've got punches that would punch out of the middle of them quite nicely, frames and things. Work really well. Straighten it up. Straighten it up. Right. Up you there, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You beauty. Right, so honestly, it's only Wednesday. I swore when I woke up this morning I thought it was Friday. I was like, oh. I was actually thinking, oh my, I better go to the bank and get some cash for Joy. And I need to do this. And then we've got friends coming on Sunday, friends from out of town coming to stay on Sunday. Oh, I need to get the room ready. Oh, dear, dear, dear. And then I went, oh no, it's only Wednesday. And I was half disappointed and half relieved. So let me tell you, I thought, oh, I'm never going to get it all done in one day. There we go. Poor Hannah, I said to her this morning as she was walking out the door to go to work, don't park under any trees. And she just looked at me and said, there's nothing but trees. Everyone has to park under trees. Oh dear. Oh dear. It looks like we'll be keeping Lacey for the weekend when she goes home. She's a little concerned. There's a smudge there. I'll have to hide it with a okay. Turn them around the right way. Help, wouldn't it? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Right, so we're just going to go. Now this is where the regular size dimensionals would come in handy, but I just don't have them. I only ever use the minis. Yep. Yep. Stick back down, stick back down. Da, 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 da. So who's taken advantage of the free shipping? We've got free shipping today, tomorrow, and Friday on all orders over $65, and that's after your rewards points have come off, but before shipping. So that's a great deal because we're always moaning about how much shipping costs for everything. So free shipping, and October's the month to stock up on your crafting supplies from Stampin' Up, I'm telling you. because we've got the free shipping. We've got our starter kit specials. We've got 2 starter kit specials going. One is a $60 kit, but you know what? You only pay $60. You get $235 worth of beautiful Stampin' Up! Crafting products to use that you get to choose. You get to choose. Plus, catalogs for you to share with your friends and family. And you get to be a part of the Stampers Among Gum Trees. That's a lot of fun too. Well, I hope it is. I try. Which is really good. And you'll still be current next year. So you'd be able to come to Onstage, which is our annual yearly convention in Sydney. This 2026 is in Sydney, and I cannot wait. And registration for that opens, if you're a demonstrator, registration for that opens on the 25th of November. Okay, now you probably won't see this as much, but why? Because it's white on white, but it is my other mat. So I'm just going to squish it down like so. Move it over. Those up here so I can see what I'm doing. Feeling for the burr on the edge of the cardstock. I'm too afraid to look at the time. We're nearly finished though, which is really good. Push that down there. I was a bit worried about blackouts and things this afternoon. They were telling us we might have those, so I'm sort of thinking, oh no. So I quickly made dinner this morning. If we need to, we can reheat it, just a curry, and we can reheat it on the gas if the power goes out. But at least dinner will be made, so that's something. Planning ahead for all these things. And then I thought, oh, now what will I do if the power goes out? What will I do? And I thought, Kindle's charged up, so I can do some reading. And then, oh no, I've got card bases to cut, so I can get the solar light in and cut card bases if the power goes out. And sit here and do the card bases that I need for the next workshop. Which will be fun. And so there's always something you can do, even when the power goes out. Just plan ahead. Just plan ahead. That's what I like to do, just plan ahead. Right, nearly done. Oh. Okay. I feel a burr. I like to put the burr down on when I'm sticking on mats. You can run over it with your bone folder and smooth it out. Just feels a bit better. Or, well, it feels better, but I think it looks nicer. You've got a smoother finish. Can you hear the door rattling? Oh, bother. We're nearly there, Maureen. Nearly there. Now I've just got to stick these on. This will be the tricky bit because I cannot stab the back of dimensionals with a poke tool and get them off. I just can't. I have to use a nail. I can't get them off at all. Okie dokie. Yeah. Yeah. Might be 10 in 30 maybe, or 25. We'll see. Now, it helped that I already had card bases and the mats cut. I did cut the gold foil out of offcuts that were left from other projects. So that worked. Can't see that. I know it's there. That helped. Having those done. And I cut the white matting for the stamp. I actually cut that from offcuts out of my scrap bag too. So trying really hard to use up the little bits and get them out of the way, although I have to have quite a collection of what are they called, odds and ends scraps, you know, some coloured cardstock, some DSP, there's little bits of foil. You know, stuck it on upside down, that would be a disaster. Well, not really, because you can get one thing with dimensionals, you can lift them off. If you're quick and you don't push them down too hard at first, you can lift them off. Needs to be trimmed. I can see it from here. And I will do that. I must have stuck that mat on crooked. It's okay. I can fix that. So Joy made stew for dinner, dumplings, a stove as gas. Yeah. Hello, Donna. How are you? Glad you could join us again today. Now. All right. Now, I think I explained the $60 starter kit, but there's also the $169 starter kit. Now, you might go, that's your normal price. Yes, it is. That's the normal price of a starter kit. But you can actually add $344 worth of product to that one. And that's perfect if you want mega sweets or you've got your eye on cut and emboss, something bigger like that. The $169 starter kit might be just for you, just what you need. But you will have to hurry. No, I didn't not do one, surely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I cut that one myself. Where's the... Well, there you go. That can't be right. Surely not, because we had the same number of white and gold. It's a bother. All right. Did I drop it? No. Here you go. Live TV. Nothing can go wrong. What could go wrong? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Strange that I'd only have, no, there's 10 around somewhere. Anyway, with this one to embellish it, I used the gold out of the traditional sparkling sequins, but I've also got Juicy Gems that I thought might look nice. Oh my goodness, Maureen. We had a big bang before and I went out and the side gate had come unlatched. It was banging against Wayne's shed. I don't know. Where did that go? Where did that go? That is just crazy. Anyway, okay. So what will we use? Sequins or Juicy Gems? Let me know. These are really pretty. We'll probably do some in red and some in gold. But the Juicy Gems, Juicy adhesive backed embellishments, that's what they're called. Big tree. Oh no. Use the Juicy? Okay. Right. Easy peasy. So wasn't too sure about these when I first saw them. I was going to put that there, wasn't I? To hide that spot. And maybe that one in there. Wasn't too sure about the Juicy Gems when I first saw them. I thought, oh, interesting. Because they look a bit, I don't know, they're big. They're big. But they're very pretty. Very, very pretty. We've still got to put the sentiment on the inside. And I need to find that other Merry Christmas on the gold, don't I? Otherwise, goodness gracious me. Right. Now, it's newsletter day tomorrow, folks. If you're not signed up for my newsletter, the link is in the you were too slow, Sue and Barb. I've done the Druzy. The link is below me in the discussion box. So it goes out every Thursday about 11 a.m. for you. And I've updated the class list this week. So we've got the November and December and January classes listed. And the January, because that's there, I'll put that there. The January workshop, which will be a catalogue launch too, hopefully. Right, now, where did I put all these little, here. This is where I put them. So let's get these in. While we're going, we might as well just go to the end. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, these, I don't need glue for these. Yay, team. I remembered, Evelyn, I remembered. You don't need glue for these. These are sticky. So all I need is to take the back off and plop them on the card. How's that? Oh, some days it's just, some days it's too good to be true. This might well be one of them. Just like that. And they're all going to, there's that blank card. So I turn around the right way would help. No. Okay. Some days are just, yep, so so exciting. Something happens to make life easier, and that's these. These are wonderful. I'm really enjoying using these. It's a bit crooked. Lift it up. But I do need pokey. That's it. To get the backing off. And then just a little greeting. And they all say in different ways from our house to yours. I thought that was quite a nice little sentiment to go with the Merry Christmas. There we go. Might have been faster to stamp, but you know what? These are really pretty. They're gold on white, so they sort of fit the theme, which is nice. Yeah. That missing sentiment strip's going to bother me. It's got to be here somewhere. I didn't stick 2 on one card. I'm pretty sure I'm not that dopey. I do some weird and wonderful things, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do that weird and wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's see, I've got 10 of these too. So there's one around here somewhere. Ouch. Don't poke yourself with a pokey tool, folks. It hurts. From our house to yours. All right. Shoot off that. There we go. So 34 minutes, am I right? 34 minutes, something like that. 34 minutes. We've done 9.5 cards in 34 minutes. There you go. Done. Batch making cards. And this stamp set, I'm going to keep that with that. Actually, we will put this in this card so that figure out which way up it went so that it doesn't get lost. And when I find that other sentiment, I can whack it on. There we go. Easy peasy. You've got a lot of cards to do. Batch making them like that is really easy. Now, in the past, Joy and Maureen will know, we have done what we've called strip cards. And they're not using the little strips, but we've done a wider strip and then 2 narrow strips of contrasting DSP or cardstock. So you've got the 3 little pieces, and we've put a die cut with a sentiment on the front, and we've batch made lots of those over the years for different charities and things. But this stamp is just, where did I put it? I moved it out of the way. So pretty. Oh, I can't find it. Here it is. So pretty. It's just lovely, and it is one of those stamps that you can use over and over and over and over and over every year, because it's not going to date, and it could be used with the traditional Christmas, but it would look just as nice heat embossed in gold or black for the modern Christmas suite too. Lots of things you can do with this. Years and years and years ago, Stampin' Up! Had a set, and it was given to me secondhand, and it's a bit like a nativity outline with joy joy in the middle, and I use that over and over and over because it is like this one. You stamp it, you ink it, you stamp it, you ink it, you stamp it, and it's always lovely. So this will be a keeper. This goes into the keep pile at the end of the year. This will go into the keep pile so that I don't sell it or give it away. Okay, there we go. All done. So that was another quick show today. I'm really pleased to say everything's looking nice inside. You can't focus on it, but it looks good. I have 11 people watching. Does that mean I've got 11 thumbs up, 11 likes for today's program? That would be great if that could happen. And if you're not already, slow down, Kath. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you could subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button. It just means that you get notified when we upload a video or go live. And the other thing, if you wouldn't mind, you could do is share this video. If you have a crafty friend who makes cards, or you think might like to learn how to make cards, need some inspiration, or you just want to share the idea and perhaps you could get together with him or her and make cards, send them the link. That would be fabulous. Okay, I will be back tomorrow at what day is tomorrow? Thursday. So I will be back tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Tomorrow, Thursday? Yeah, at 2:30 p.m. I had to stop and think. For another Stamptober Christmas crafting marathon, do wacky what's it. Let's see what we can make. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed the card. I didn't quite make my 30, but you know what? It was a bit of fun anyway. I'll keep practicing that. Maybe next time it won't be so many mats and things. It might just be a stamp on the card. It will get done. I can beat that time. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have fun stamping. Bye. Find the end button. See you later.